king of the castle. You're a dirty rascal. Oh, I didn't see you there. It's me, ouch, Allistair Dylan, the space-walking, slam-dunking master of cinema from 10th Street Studios. Today we're discussing the long-awaited conclusion to the Hellboy trilogy, reuniting the Man of Pearls himself with Guillermo the Bull. What? It's a reboot? What is this, A Star is Born? Today we're gonna talk about Hellboy. No, not to be confused with Hellboy, or Hellboy 2 and the Golden Compass, or Hellboy 3, the Wrath of the movie that didn't exist. Hellboy, starring Sheriff Hopper, the old man who helps John Wick and saves the Hound, and the pretty lady from The Fifth Element. Hellboy follows the adventures of Hellboy as he battles his own destiny to bring about the apocalypse and also tries to prevent the vile Brood Queen from raising an army of monsters. Oh, I didn't see you there. It's me, Allistair Dylan, here today with my very dear friend, Tobey Maguire. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for us?
I'm Kyle, not Tobey Maguire.
But you look just like him.
No, I don't. I do not. Thank you.
You look so much like him. How was Spider-Man? All right, well, let's not talk about your career. Let's talk about Hellboy, the reason we're here. You just saw it recently, correct?
Yes.
If you were to describe Hellboy in 3 words, what would you use? My 3 words would be va, and voom.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Red?
Red? So we have it. I asked him for 3 words. He only gave me 1. You saw Hellboy. What did you think of that big right arm of his?
I liked it. He used it.
What do you think he uses it for?
Smashing, right?
It's for smashing. Do you think it has any other secret ulterior purposes?
Like
outside of smashing?
Probably not.
What's your favorite planet?
I like Earth.
My favorite's Arakakis. Now I see you're wearing a Death Star shirt. Why aren't you wearing your Hellboy shirt?
I don't have one.
Why don't you have one?
Well, this was a Christmas gift. I didn't.
So you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you why Star Wars is stupid. You see, I have a PhD in space and all things space. Also basketball fundamentals. Minor in film history.
Right.
So in...
Wow.
Quiet on set, you cuck! This interview is going off the rails. I saved it.
Ron Pearlman, that Man of Pearls.
Yes.
I always thought that Hellboy in those movies looked a lot like just Ron Pearlman and Redface.
Yeah.
Can I say Redface? I just did anyways. So on that note, Dave Harbour is Hellboy. They made him ugly. Not that Ron Pearlman isn't ugly, even though he did win Sexiest Man Alive when he played television's Beast of Beauty and the Beast.
Like, my grandma watched that show.
Your grandmother watched that show. How aroused was she when she watched Ron Pearlman play the Beast?
I hope not at all.
He lived in a sewer. My 2nd grade teacher, Mrs. Smith, she used to show us that show.
Did she live in a sewer?
No, she didn't live in a sewer. I always assumed she lived in the classroom. It wasn't until I was much older and at university that I found out teachers had their own homes.
Do you have your own home?
I do not. I live under an overpass. Next question. Nazis. What do you think of them?
Not a big fan.
Hellboy didn't like them either.
Right.
You know who else doesn't like Nazis? The Lobster.
Yeah.
What did you think of Lobster Johnson?
I was a big fan of Lobster.
Thomas Hayden Church. Easy A, one of my favorite movies. A lot of people don't know about Allistair Dylan. What's your favorite movie?
At all or with Thomas Hayden Church? He was in George of the Jungle, remember that?
He was in George of the Jungle, Brendan Fraser. On a previous episode of this, we talked about Brendan Fraser. He had a weird moment halfway through his career that we're not allowed to talk about.
You keep talking about it.
Also, he was in one of the episodes of Scrubs that made me cry.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. He was Dr. Perry Cox's not brother who he was in love with.
No, he
At least
wasn't.
that's how I interpreted it. Do you think Scrubs would work in this kind of climate today? It's very warm outside now.
Can we talk about the lobster some more?
Yeah!
I like this glove.
You like the glove? Do you remember my favorite line in the entire movie is he said, I'm gonna get you with this, so you tell him who sent you.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know.
Who is he sending him to? Somebody's address? So I understand that you're married.
Yeah,
How's that going?
it's going well.
It's going well. How does your wife feel about you being married?
I think.
Well, I don't think she cares too much at all, because guess what? We have her right here.
No.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought we had her. I thought somebody brought her in so we could have her ambush Kyle. So I could do this. And that'll have it. This has been Allistair Dylan talking about Hellboy with his good friend Toby Maguire. Don't forget, we have new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Watch me dissect movies or talk to strangers. Watch Elk tap dance his way through another wrestling match. And also watch Dylan and Joey watch things. Cups of water,
No.
people moving around on screen. Also Thailand. And also, let's all just
What?
good night and good luck. Ah! That's where you're gonna cut it. Or you can do a freeze frame and play like a fun song.